What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Two Chicago men have been arrested after they jumped a police officer who they claim racially profiled them. All right, fam, who do you believe? I believe the men. Here's why, fam. I'm just going by what most likely occurred. What happens most of the time? Most of the time, the police racially profile. What happens most of the time? The police create chaos and then swoop in and play hero. That's what happens most of the time. But besides that, I actually saw the video. Now, the video picks up with the police on top of one of the guys making an arrest, while the other guy pleads with the cop. Hey, man, officer, you're on camera. Officer, he was very, very nice. Nicer than I thought he should have been. Officer, very respectful. Officer, you're on camera. The officer paid him no mind. Continued to make the arrest. And when dude got a little too close, the officer pushed him off. And that's when old buddy opened up a can of whoop ass. Whooped his ass. Yeah, that's how the mofos talk. They shake their heads. Whooped his ass. Yeah. And the guy that was cuffed got up and was like, yeah, beat his ass. Beat his monkey ass. A lot of things, a lot of moving pieces to this story. You got the other people in the background filming, and they're like, "Ooh, they're beating the police up. They're jumping on the police. Man, they tripping." And then another guy comes in, this black guy comes in to assist the police. It's very weird, the relationship between the black community and police. And I'm talking about specifically black community, like the hood, right? People in the hood. Because people in the hood, contrary to popular belief, want to be protected also. Most people who are in the hood are good people. They're good, law-abiding, hard-working people. It's a very small percentage that causes all the ruckus. But most people are good, law-abiding, hard-working people. And so when you see things like this happening, the relationship between the police and the community, oftentimes they show people that are afraid to talk to the police, afraid to help the police out when crimes are being committed, and all of these type of things. But this is because the police have not done anything to gain the trust of the community. They don't really ride for the community. They don't really help the community. They don't even like the community they serve. They don't like the people. So the people don't trust them. But at the same time, the people want to be protected. And so when the police constantly come around and violate people's rights, no matter how much they want to trust the police and how much they think they need the police, people oftentimes were like, damn, I do better just figuring this shit out on my own. We do better self-policing because the police come in and they cause more problems than they solve. Growing up, I don't recall a time where I ever saw a police officer who was friendly in my neighborhood. The police never spoke, never waved, just to say hello. I never saw that growing up. Perhaps there were a couple of them that did it, but I didn't see them. Now imagine a kid growing up and seeing that's the only representation that they see of police officers is when police officers come around is when things are bad. You know, the only time you see the police is when something bad is happening. And when they show up, then they're not friendly. They got an attitude. They got a chip on their shoulder. They're bossing people around. They're arresting people. They're beating people up. They're shooting people. That's the only thing you see the police doing. What do you think you're going to think of the police? What do you think the people are going to think of the police if that's the type of energy that the people are getting? And I'm not talking about criminals. I'm talking about the average, hardworking, law-abiding citizen. See, some of y'all ain't never been to the hood, and y'all believe everything y'all see on television. So y'all think everybody, the whole hood, is just a bunch of damn savages. That's the way y'all think. But at the same time, y'all don't think the people that live in y'all hood are savages when they do wild, crazy, animalistic type shit. But that's a whole other story. Getting back to the one at hand. The Supreme Court has held that police officers cannot detain a person unless they have reasonable suspicion that that person has committed a crime, is in the commission of a crime, or about to commit a crime. These guys are saying that none of the above existed in their case. So this guy racially profiled them. And if that is true, there are lawyers who are saying that these guys could have their case dismissed and the police officer could be charged. That's right. You can't just go around locking up people, putting cuffs on people, tripping just because you want to, just because you think you have the right to, because you got a badge and a gun. So once again, in America, it all boils down to the only suspicion that the white cop had was that the targets were black. Now, if you're a white cop and that ain't you, I ain't talking about you. But if the shoe fit, wear it. Lace it up. I know we're going to have a whole bunch of shoes getting laced up because we're talking about at least a few 100 million. I don't believe the cop. The cop hasn't spoken on this yet, but I don't believe he's innocent. I believe he was racially profiling those guys, and he was totally disrespectful. Dude came in there and gave him that ding fries and shake, put that act right on him. Yeah. What do y'all think, fam? I want you to check out that video and leave your comments. Let me know if you think that these guys have a clear case of self-defense. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.